STB Chief Executive Keith Tan joins us now for more on this story. Mr. Tan, welcome. Tell us more about this Singapore On-Screen Fund and just how it's going to be used.
The Singapore On-Screen Fund is a joint project between IMDA and the STB, and it is our effort to get more of Singapore in front of the eyeballs of audiences all over the world, especially for people who aren't thinking about traveling to Singapore or who may have very old preconceived notions about Singapore. We want to change their minds. And therefore, the intent of the Singapore On-Screen Fund is to be able to work with producers and companies that have a global, international reach so that they can reach out to audiences all over the world. That's key to our scheme, to be able to reach out to audiences from all over the world, to create great quality content that reaches out to all these audiences.
Oh, Mr. Tan, if these productions are meant to challenge preconceived notions, what kind of productions are you looking to put this money into?
Or anything that has great quality content, right? So we are now inviting and working with production companies from all over the world, getting their ideas, but it can be anything. We have seen Crazy Rich Asians, which is a romantic comedy. We're looking at the possibilities for science fiction or crime heists or action-packed drama like we saw with Little Women. So anything is possible, but the key is content and reach of the production.
You said it there yourself, Mr. Tan. The whole point is to get that content, that creative content, and the people who are going to create that content as well. You need to engage with them. Tell us how you're going to do that, and also with bigger production houses, perhaps.
Oh, yes. So I think the intent is to work with the world's most renowned production houses and studios. For example, STB already has an ongoing partnership with Warner Brothers, which we will double down on for various other sorts of entertainment programs. So our intent is to get ideas from them and see what they have to put on the table. We understand from our discussions and also with IMDA's discussions with many of these companies that they have ideas and they are looking for locations to shoot their productions. They are looking for great new places rather than the tried and tested usual locations. And so we hope to be able to use Singapore as the location for some of these shoots and in a way that tells a great story about Singapore as well.
Mr. Tan, of course, this amount we have to create this content is 10 million Singapore dollars. I just had a quick look online. The budget for the latest Mission Impossible is 290 million US dollars. So in the context of these kinds of mega million, tens of millions of dollars, these kinds of budgets, how far really can 10 million Sing dollars actually go?
Well, we've benchmarked our fund with similar funds elsewhere around the world, and it is comparable. And we are also not looking to underwrite the next Mission Impossible. That is not the intent at all, but it is to offset some of the costs. It is meant to position Singapore competitively against other cities that may be bidding for that project as well. And we are not looking for many productions over the next few years too. But what we're looking for will be a small number of globally impactful productions. And that won't happen very frequently, but we hope that like Crazy Rich Asians and like Little Women, there will be talkability about it for many years to come.
Yeah, and that talkability, the idea of the quality of those of the content, it's important. The word quality was used more than a dozen times in the STB speech. Tell me something about the parameters for defining that quality, though. What are you looking for exactly?
Well, we can define quality in terms of the quality of the experiences and the attractions and hotels that we're bringing to Singapore. And of course, we want high quality attractions, experiences and events and hotels. We want attractions, for example, to be first of their kind. attractions and experiences and events that are first in Asia, for example, or first to bring new concepts, even if they have been tried elsewhere around the world. When they come to Singapore, they bring something new to the plate when they come to Singapore. That's what we mean by quality attractions or quality event or quality hotel, for example. Whereas for the quality visitor, we would like visitors who are willing to spend more time understanding our country, delving deeper than the surface of what they see or do here in Singapore, exploring a little bit more, and hopefully when they leave Singapore, they become fans and advocates for Singapore. And that's what we mean by quality visitors.
Oh, thanks so much for giving us all those insights. That was Keith Tan, Chief Executive of Singapore's Tourism Board.